Hi, friends. I hope you're well, healthy, and yeah, I'm sure you're all looking forward to the end of 2020 as much as I am. I saw a meme once that said approach life with the confidence of a 4 year old in a Batman suit. Well, I've attached a picture of my little man, Eli, at 3 years old, in his Batman suit, ready to take BP and ready to rip like Anthony Rizzo. As parents, it all started like this for all of us with our little ones on their athletic journey, whether it was hitting balls in the backyard, whether it was a princess twirling around in the yard, kicking a soccer ball, singing to Thank You from Moana, or maybe it was a lowered basketball hoop and making the first basket in the driveway. Whenever or wherever, we not only remember this moment, but we have it safely saved in the clouds somewhere for review down the road. In moments like this, we found joy in the joy of our children. They were finding new ways to exert their energy. There was something new or things that were new that we could use with our playtime. There were no tryout stresses, no travel team worries, no scholarship dreams, no pressures of scheduling, looking for the one weekend a summer that we have free from travel tournaments or showcases and the like. Sports and its lessons, both good and bad, have been at the very core of thousands of young people's development throughout the years. Simple lessons like being on time or the pursuit of goals and setting them and achieving them, learning how to be a good teammate. And it provides a very, very positive platform that an activity that parents and kids can enjoy together. So you say, what's the problem? Well, I believe as a collective culture, we've got more opportunities today than we ever have for young people to be involved in sports. Sports to play year-round, more instructors and indoor facilities. And through this, what we've done is we've lost sight of really our Batman taking BP moments. We're too wrapped up in the social status of what program we're a part of, how early and how often our kids get involved. And I would argue that the output, who our young people are becoming, especially when they get to the high school level, is we're really missing the boat and a lot of great opportunities to really allow the perspective of sport and what sport is to really play out and maximize the impact in our young people's lives. I believe we're not really beginning the journey with the end in mind. For 89% of high school athletes, they'll not play in college. And for 98% of high school athletes, they'll not see a D1 offer, scholarship, or play at the D1 level. It came to a head for me in the summer of 2019 when we were finishing up a 4-day camp that we have as our program once a year. And I had a mom pull me aside after the final day of camp. And she was the mother of an 8-year-old. And she pulled me aside and she said, "Hey, Coach, I'm feeling a lot of pressure socially from neighbors, from some of the other parents of some players on my son's team, and this pressure is if my son is not playing travel ball next year as an 8-year-old, does he have a chance to play for you?" And this is a fundamental problem and a challenge that I see happening and have watched really over the last 2 decades in youth sports. I stepped back, I looked at the mom with a smile, and I said, the most important thing for your 8-year-old is to make sure that he is learning to catch and throw, and that he's having an experience that makes him want to come back next year. I'm embarking on a journey that's really a couple years in the thought process, but really 20 years in really watching what I believe to be the deterioration in so many ways of what youth sports is for many families and kids, at least in Indiana. And I'm embarking on a journey that I'm going to encourage you to keep things in perspective. I'm going to encourage you to keep the most important things the most important things. And I'm going to be providing some anecdotes and stories and just some encouragement that are very pro-family, pro-learning, and charging on to help you, I think, with some messages that's not common, but some messages that are true and important and hopefully will help you as a young mom or dad navigating their children through youth sports, regardless of what that youth sport is, and really helping hopefully be an encouragement to you along this journey. I don't claim to have all the answers. I do, however, as a father of 6 and an ex-professional athlete and blessed to be a state championship head coach, I've certainly learned some core lessons. I've seen an awful lot of behaviors and situations through the years that really lead me to have some things in a heart, a why to be able to share to help navigate this journey. These things have not only been helpful for me in raising my own children, but as important, me being able to impart certain lessons and core values that sports provide for those that I have been blessed to have me call me coach through the years. I encourage you to take some time to remember this week your Batman moments. I hope finding that moment makes you smile and brings you some joy, and I hope you'll move forward thinking more about this journey with those moments in mind. You know, in the hustle and bustle of our life, even in 2020, going from one activity to the next, day to day, from weekend to weekend, don't miss the journey and its most important lessons. Always keep the most important things the most important things. A few reflection questions for the week. You know, when your young athlete's journey is over, what do you want to have them look back and remember the most? Secondly, what do you believe the role of youth sports should be in your child's life? And lastly, are you actively looking for life's lessons that your kids are experiencing through sports, and how are you incorporating them into dinner conversations or conversations on the way home from a practice or a game? I'm looking forward to this journey. I hope you'll join us. If this is of impact to you, certainly share it and pass it along. I look forward to engaging many of you on a bigger scale as time goes by. Believing in you. Take care, be well, and until next time, Coach Sass.